I like to punish myself. And not in the sexual way, don't be a fucking weirdo. But I do it in the way so as to rob my future self from either success, enjoyment, or any other positive thing. I'd noticed this bad habit of mine when I was younger. Like any young kid, I was debating whether or not I should do my homework or hop in a game of Black Ops 3. If I played video games, I would feel guilty for not making my homework. And well, I could have just done my homework and then played games, but I was too lazy and the homework wasn't due until next week. But even though I had a week or so to make my homework, I would still feel guilty for anything that I did that wasn't homework. So instead of gaming or doing homework, I would settle for watching YouTube. It was the middle ground, something funny that would scratch an itch, but I would also learn some stuff, so it felt productive even though it really wasn't. Anyways, that is when I realized I had a pattern of not enjoying myself and feeling guilty for trying to enjoy myself while not doing the work I had to do. Which, to be fair, guilt is honestly a good feeling to have. The problem now is that if I want to pursue something I'm interested in, but I have some other obligations I have to take care of, then I never get anything done. So I need to tackle this problem and liberate myself from, well, myself. The way I punish myself might not apply to you. You might even be punishing yourself with a completely different method. You just have to figure out what it is by observing your behavior. I have to say that I don't have a clue how to help you. These videos are really just a journal for myself, but in video format. So maybe I say something that helps you, but maybe I leave you just as clueless as you were before clicking on this video. I guess that for starters, you have to ask a general question to yourself and try to answer them as honest as you can. One night, when I couldn't really sleep, I started to think and try to honestly answer some questions I posed for myself. It's not a quick process. Sometimes it may take you 5 minutes plus to start thinking about something that will eventually guide you to the answer you're looking for. Formulating that answer might even take longer. So I would recommend to record your voice while you talk to yourself, which, yeah, I know it sounds weird, but I like to talk my problems out, with myself obviously, because I don't want to pay for a fucking therapist. It honestly seems like the best method to meditate over your problems. Writing on paper takes too fucking long and it tires your forearm. On PC, you sort of just start writing a bunch of nothing, and when you do write something insightful, it never fucking clicks with me. But talking is different for me at least. I suggest you try it out. So, why do I punish myself and rob myself from what I want? Okay, this is too much right now. Maybe just ask something regarding this. Am I enough? The goal of this question is to see if I see it as justifiable to punish myself, because if I'm not enough, then I would seek to fix that by, I don't know, punishing myself to become better or act. So at the moment, I don't think I'm enough, but not in a negative sense, where I want to kill myself or because I have experienced some deep psychological trauma. No, I don't think I, in this current point of my life, am enough. There is so much I could have accomplished. There's some version of me which I could have been. I could have been a better person in general, better to my family, better at studying, better at pursuing what I like, more productive. So yes, I'm still a work in progress, but I feel like by now I should have been further up the road. Why should I be further up the road? You see what I did there? A feeling, a thought, a statement that I voiced became a question. In my opinion, a lot is hidden behind the way we speak to ourselves and to others. This is why therapists exist and get paid a lot of fucking money. But this is cheaper alternative, and in my opinion, it is fucking better because it doesn't cost any money. I'm a cheap fuck. So maybe my problem is not that I'm not enough. Maybe I'm scared of not achieving my potential. I say I should be further up the road because when I like something, I like to obsess about it. And on a side note, I think most people like to obsess about what they like. It's just that we get sidetracked by, I don't know, social media, school, or other stuff. Anyways, I like to learn its ins and outs of what I like. I like to get good at the shit I do, and who doesn't? I don't necessarily want to become the best, but I want to reach the max potential I have in me in said field. Bodybuilding is an example. Everything relates back to the gym. When I started to train, I learned about powerlifting, bodybuilding, power building, and calisthenics. I learned about the different splits, like push-pull legs, bro splits, full body, gentleman splits, and so on. I then learned all about different exercises, rep ranges, how to manipulate sets, weekly volumes so as to maximize recovery, so on and so on. On the surface, this is a bunch of jargon that is honestly fucking boring to learn. But when you couple it to your physique and what's written on paper has an almost one-to-one result with what you see in the mirror, then all of a sudden it all becomes fucking interesting. So I got good at the thing I liked. I still have a lot to learn, of course, but you get the idea. But let me get back to my quote-unquote guilt of enjoying something else when I should be working on math problems or whatever. Why is it that I feel guilt? Because I know I should be studying instead of playing games. But why should I be studying instead of playing games? I know it's a stupid question, but because The school said I should. The system? It doesn't matter, but you can go down that road and blame schools and systems for not letting us enjoy ourselves after 8 hours of fucking school, but you need to be responsible for yourself and worry first about what you can fix before you can fix the bigger problem that involves a ton of people. So yeah, the system is a bit annoying and fucked, but I feel guilt because I know that if I don't get good grades, I might not pass the year. I won't go to university, I won't get a good job, I won't be able to provide for my family. Oh. So I'm worried I won't be able to provide for my family and myself. I am worried I will become someone that has to be taken care of instead of me taking care of my family. I am scared that I won't be able to provide because I'm lazy. My answer to this statement, or I suppose question, would be, who says you're lazy? And who says you have to go to university in order to become successful? These are all implied in my speech, but I caught myself talking like that, meaning that I sort of think this is true. So maybe you can start jumping to conclusions. Well, I punish myself because I'm afraid I won't be able to provide for my family because this or that. Punishing myself makes me do the behavior I need to have in order to be successful one day. Or maybe it's that I like to feel restrained and that I like the feeling of not giving my 100% because I'm afraid of failure or success. Maybe I am scared of success, but we won't go there right now, not today at least. This part generally takes a bit of knowing yourself, so your conclusions will be hella different to mine, but maybe you can relate, who knows. Just sharing this sort of methodology is very important because who's going to pay a fuck ton of money to go to a therapist? Not me. Even though this is a longer video, the actual process doesn't take that long. You can generally start reaching a good conclusion after 10 minutes of talking to yourself. We often have a lot of pent-up feelings and thoughts that are never voiced, so you'll be surprised with the amount of things you start confessing to yourself. It is a bit mentally fatiguing, so don't think you can just start speedrunning all of your problems, because most of our problems are manifestations of traumas that we haven't taken care of yet. Also, this is what I do to fix myself. I'm not a therapist or trained in anything, but I don't think you have to be trained in anything in order to fix yourself. From time to time, you won't be able to reach any sort of conclusion, and maybe you are stuck with a question. I would suggest to consume some profound media, religious texts, psychological videos, read a book, or live your life and talk to some fucking people, goddammit. And trust me, eventually the answer will come to you, and you will have an answer to your question. And with that, I take my leave. Thanks for watching, and good night.